Hey everybody, this is to help all those in wheelchairs, especially those that have feeling in their, let's see, derriere area like I do. My feet are the only ones that's having problems, so I'm not paralyzed from the waist down. So I made this desk, this custom desk that I made for when I went through college back in 2008. I didn't have any problems with my feet at that time. So now I'm in my wheelchair and I do have a seat cushion. Okay, nice gel cushion that raises me up about 1.5 inches or so. And because of that, when I go up to here, this drawer, when it comes out, hits my legs. Alright, so I had to figure out just how much I would have to lift this. So I have coasters on the bottom that I put there. And that drawer comes out too, that my hard drive's on. The bottom one where the scale is on, and the bags of coins. That's the bags of coins are just weight to hold it down. So my dilemma is, I don't fit underneath there with my cushion. Now over here is a table, and when I come up to this to work on computers, I have pretty good clearance where my fingers go. So I measured the distance high of what that table's off the ground, and measured from the top right here, where the keyboard is, to the ground, and it has to come up 1.5 inches. So let's see, I could put 3-inch blocks down there underneath the wheels. Take an inch, the wheels can slide off if I don't have them deep enough in there, which means I have to groove out. Or I could take the coasters off, put 1.5 inch piece of wood between the desk itself and the coasters, and that would give me the clearance. Now also, okay, there I am in the mirror. You can see that if I got out and took this gel cushion out, alright, and sit back down, it is extremely uncomfortable. I feel all the bars underneath the seat, and also if I sit in here, I have some room going underneath the chair. So I do scrape it a little bit on the right leg. All right, but yeah, that's it's very uncomfortable. So the idea is to have the person in the wheelchair be as comfortable as possible. If they have a gel seat, let them stay in there. Chances are, if he's paralyzed from the way she is paralyzed from the waist down, they can't get out to take their seat cushion out anyway. So make them as comfortable as possible, and tailor their desk wherever they're at to the height that's comfortable for them. So that's what I'm going to do here now. So I did measure down below. I made this, so I know what the coasters area is where it's mounted. Okay, so it's about a 3x3 area. So I'm going to make my blocks probably 4x4. All right, I don't mind them being a little bit bigger anyway. 3x3, 4x4. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to measure twice, cut once, and let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how to actually raise your desk. All right, before we get started, you need to find yourself 1.5 inch piece of wood. Now, I don't like taking a measurement when this small of wood right at the tip, so I take the 2-inch out there, put it at the edge there, and I come out, and it is indeed a 1.5 inch. All right, so this is actually a 2 by something. Being 2 going this way, it's always a 1/2 inch shorter. I don't know why they ever did that, but that's the way they do it. All right, so that's leftover deck wood, and I'll probably say that again. That's a really good something. It's pressure treated. It's indoor desk, so no big deal. And you need screws. I'm going to put 2 screws through this to hold it on, but it's going to have wood glue holding it on too. So the screws are not going to go that deep. I don't want them to protrude through the bottom of the desk when it comes up from the bottom. So this is cabinet screws, so they'll work just fine. All it is to grip a little bit and hold this onto the desk, and then we'll screw the coasters right into this. Make sure you don't put these in line where the coasters are going. They'll be on the 4 corners. So put this right smack in the middle. Okay, I have a right angle on this. I'm on the clean cut side. I make this level over on this side, and I come out over here, and I come 1, 2, 3, 4. I am making it 4 inches because I measured again, and we're good. I'm going to slide this up, and I'm going to measure the 4 inches comes straight over on this too. So that's going to be straight on that. I'm going to take my straight edge on those 2 dots, or 2 dashes I just made. Alright, I'm going to make sure we're level all along here. We're level on that. Alright, and I'm going to draw my line coming down there. We need 4 of these. So that's what I'm going to do. So now we have to do, we have the 4 going this way, and we measure the 4 going that way. So as soon as I have my label on this, okay, I never ripped off the label, so I have to use this side here. Alright, so what you could do is on this end, bring it up. It is tough to do, so you need to make sure you can see your marks. I can see them underneath, so that's pretty nice. So I have 1, 2, 3. 3 is right there, and 4 is right there. So I'm going to come over to 4. All right, make this all level as much as possible. We're on 4, and we score it across, and that's my 4 by 4. We're going to take the next one. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is right there. I'm going to take 4 as close as I can. I think my 2 is right there. All right, we're level. Do it again. 2 4s. We're going to do that again. We're coming off of this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is down there. My 2 is right there that I measure off. I'm level across the line. Okay, I'm on my 2, and I mark it. And one more time. Now, typically, the long cut I do on a table saw. I'm not going to worry about pulling on my table saw for this. I don't have a garage to where it's set up on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm sweating like you know what's out here. 1, 2, 3. 3 is there, 4 is there, and my eyes are starting to burn. Okay, so that's it. Level on both sides, and the last. Glad I brought that other line out far enough. Now's the time to cut. Okay, 2 things here. Okay, make sure you have your eye protection, and if the decibels are high enough on your saw, your hearing protection. Okay, make sure you have that. I like putting my work gloves on. All right, be very careful. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the long line first. I might actually cut this off first, and then the long line, then cut each piece. This is just something else I want to show you. This is a little defect in the piece of wood. When I got it, I knew that when I was doing the back deck, and this is left over from a scrap from the back deck, and that's why I don't get rid of stuff. But that is where it was going to be cut off right there, so that won't even be part of the 4x4 blocks. So something to be considered. If you have defective wood on the bottom, make sure it's the part that's going to be cut off. Here's a little trick I had to do. All right, the last one proved this is I had to, because of this guy, see all the room is being taken off on this, and you can't grab, it's not safe to grab underneath there. So might as well have it kind of hanging off the line outside of your table so you're not cutting your table. You can grab this part and hold it underneath, but don't be bringing your fingers. It's a very safe safety awareness thing you have to do. These gloves will not save your fingers. All right, put the 90 on there, your rotary saw straight up. That guy's holding on that side, you're going to hold on this side, and you're going to... Okay, we're going to take some sandpaper, sand them down, make it smooth all around, and I have my 4 blocks. Relative to popular belief, there are different size Phillips heads. So if you have a 6x2 screw, it's a 2-inch long screw, number 6 head. So that means your Phillips is a number 6, and it fits perfectly. Okay, if you have holes on your bench, all right, try to place it over a hole, and we're going to aim for that as we go down. All right, once again, use caution with this. Just get it started, and then push it down. As it gets closer to the bottom, all right, you saw it just swing around, so we got to hold it. That's protruding just out. So we want to take it down to where you see it like that. All right, that's just a little bit of a protrusion. All right, we want to go, when we take it inside, we can just screw it the rest of the way right into the desk. So, and we have it right there too. So you want to do that, put two of them in the middle because your coaster has to go around. And the four corners of the coasters can go right around that. Now the one thing that has to happen before we tip this over, obviously, is to take everything off of it. Everything, which I mean, and there I've never cleaned up. So everything needs to come off of this. And it's just something else for you. There's another desk over here that I used to use. Okay, but I use it for when I troubleshoot people's computers. Now, if you need to raise this up 1.5 inches, all right, to make that level with the top of this, all right, you're going to have to put blocks on probably more than one corner or more than just four corners on that to lift that up. Just a heads up on that. That's just a different configuration of a corner desk. Well, I have the luxury of making the top sustain the bottom, so I turned it all the way over. Remove the coaster, and that's the area where the coaster was. You like my stain job. Bled underneath on the side, but that's fine. Make the clean side of the block. This is the back of the unit. All right, on the front of the unit, you want to make this clean side facing the front. It's not going to be stained unless you want to stain it, but you got to seal it first. It is pressure treated, so maybe it'll take the stain, who knows. But I'm going to make this be right on the side. Okay, and my coaster, the screws are right there. So I can't put my, because the far hole hits the screw, I'm not going to be able to put my, I might be able to. Might still be able to put that there because the hole goes in between the two screws. All right, as long as I don't hit the screws, I'm doing fine. And you can put it right on the side. I don't know how the others are. You could move this around. Okay, and then when this sits on it, and it goes two different ways, that would hit a screw, but turning it this way, it would not hit a screw when it's down. I'm looking at this side over here. All right, so play around with your coasters. What you want to do is you're going to paint this side with the glue and put it down. It's hard to paint this side with the glue and make sure you get full coverage. So take your wood glue. You want Carpenter's wood glue. Go ahead and give it a good going over. Right in the side. If it seeps out, don't worry about it. Let it dry and you can scrape it right off. All right, and that's going to give the more of a permanent bond. All right, we want this side here. We're going to make sure it's on all four corners. Okay, and okay, that's down. Make sure, because it did twist a little bit, make sure it's flat on both sides. Okay, and put the other one down. Okay, and it's flat. Now, because these screws are so big, you don't want to split the wood. So we might have to put pilot holes in here, and then you can put this down a lot easier going into there. All right, so we'll just do the same with all four, and then we turn over. We have 1.5 inches higher, and we should be able to slide underneath with the cushion, gel cushion, and so on. All right, just in case you didn't know this, and that's like I said, my YouTube videos are all educational. Okay, I came about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch off the edge, and I use a pencil to mark an X in each side of the holes, and the X, the center of the X, is where I'm going to put my pilot hole. You take that off, and I have all four. You see I'm very clear of the screws. Okay, and I'm going to use a drill. Okay, when I take this drill and I put this over it, you don't see the drill at all. And that's the pilot hole you want to make. All right, it's going to be smaller than the screw. So the screw can actually have room without splitting the wood going in. When you're putting your screws in, all right, don't go all the way down, so you can actually adjust the base of this, move this base around to where it's as even as possible going across there. And once that's even, you can take this and screw this down. All right, it did move on the bottom, so you need to make sure, because only 2 screws are holding that. So you need to make sure the bottom is intact. And then you come over the next one. All right, give it a good snug. You need to rotate this around so you can get to this one. And the one you can't see, you're going to do that one down. Okay, it did twist, so make sure you check your base. And it looks like it's doing good. It's staying there. So now it's going to take time for that to cure. But you know what's really nice is when it's upside down, there's 2 screws. It's cured some. It's the other way on its wheels. And you put it in the spot, you start loading up, the weight's going to push down, and it's going to cure that way. And there they are. Should give me an 1.5 inch more lift, so I can get the wheelchair with the cushion when I'm in it, with the foam cushion, or gel cushion actually, underneath the seat. We'll see about that when it happens. I'll show it to you at the end of the video. I just want to show you something though. This Black & Decker I got off of eBay. A little tiny battery. It lasts a long time. I think 3 months of almost everyday usage before I have to charge it. Absolutely great. Skill, you did a great job over here. This little portable tool set has all the, if I can get the thing off, okay, what a great gift for any guy or gal that's into this stuff. All right, it has all the bits. One thing you want to do to make these last forever, make it the first thing that breaks is the thing that moves back and forth, and even that can be fixed. Okay, when this breaks, I'll show you how to actually replace it with fabric. Okay, it should be very easy to do, and the idea is everything here should last until a piece breaks, and then you can get individual pieces. I had to replace the 1/4 inch drive, so they actually they're really great, and I haven't figured out what these are for. If you know, leave me a little feedback. These guys, I have no idea what those are used for. So if you do, hey, leave a comment here, okay? Okay, here goes the final test. I bring this out, it goes over my legs, and it's at the full extent. All right, so if anything, I can see the monitor, all the way down the monitor there. And, hi there. Anyway, if anything, the legs give more stability. But at least I can get underneath and I can do all my work. Type right here with the keyboard, and really nice. I did break my left rail, so I have to replace the rails. So once that rail's in place, I think it'll be just as high as that one and actually be off my legs. So I hope you like the videos, this video at least, and it should come in handy for those in my situation, or even worse. Adding an 1.5 inches, perhaps maybe 2 inches, would be very beneficial, and you don't have to go replace the desk or anything. So subscribe now if you want. Bye.